How to set up a simple Facebook retargeting ad campaign with BoldTrail. So what is retargeting? Retargeting is when someone visits your website, then when they leave, your ads follow them around the web, calling them back to your stuff. So you can see the graphic there. There's a visitor, goes to your site, they leave, and then they start to see your ads, and then they return with the little left arrow right there. Why retarget? Well, people are easily distracted online. They usually don't take action on the first visit. And as you probably already know, most of the revenue in a business comes from the longer term follow-up. So retargeting is one of those follow-up actions that can bring people back and buying or working with you. Now, retargeting also allows for lots of little micro touches. So when we think about Gary Keller's 33 touches, retargeting looks a little bit more like maybe hundreds, even thousands of little micro touches that help you build top of mind status with your leads and people visiting your website. It can be affordable. You can retarget for as little as $1 a day on Facebook if you want to. It's pretty easy to do, and once you set up a retargeting campaign, it can be pretty set it and forget it. And you can think of retargeting like an insurance policy on your initial traffic efforts. If you're spending, say, $1, $2, $3 a click, think of retargeting as a way to make sure that initial spend, whether it's money or even the time you spend generating leads and networking and meeting people, think of retargeting as a way to cover that initial spend like an insurance policy and make sure that you get more conversions from it. And then the last probably big reason is that pretty much every business out there these days, whether in real estate or not, is hip to the fact that retargeting makes sense. Anybody working with a marketing agency, anybody with any level of sophistication is out there retargeting right now. So your competitors are doing this, and you don't want to lose that top of mind status with your current sphere of influence or your new leads to your competitors. So you probably should be retargeting. So what are the steps? So I'm going to walk you through these steps in this video. First, we got to make sure we have a Facebook ad account. We're going to install your Facebook pixel in BoldTrail. Pretty easy to do, just a few steps there that we'll show you on screen. Then we're going to create an audience in Facebook that we're going to run our ads to. These are basically the people visiting our website that we're going to show our retargeting ads to. And then we're just going to set up the simple ad that reminds people who you are and calls them back into your fold. So your first step is to make sure that you have a Facebook ad account set up. And I imagine most people watching this video already have this, but if you don't, you're going to want to go to business.facebook.com, walk through the wizard, and get an ad account set up. I'm not going to show this step by step only because Facebook is constantly changing the way this process looks. It almost feels like week to week, and they show different things to different people. All you need to know is that there's lots of videos out there, and if you just use business.facebook.com, Facebook itself will kind of walk you through the process to getting the account set up. So get your account set up, and then we'll move to the next step. You can pause the video now if you want to, and then now let's continue to the next step. The next step is going to be to install our Facebook pixel in BoldTrail, and we're going to have to start with finding that pixel. So let's hop into an ad account that we've got set up through Facebook Business. So here we are in a Facebook ad account, and we're going to go up to the top left here. And when we hover, the menu is going to kind of fly out like this, and we're going to go to the All Tools option right here. And it's going to kind of pop up like this for us. And what we're looking for is our Events Manager right here. And probably the first time you do this, it'll probably walk you through. You'll see an option to create a pixel. But you see, if you already have your pixel set up, once it's set up, you'll see right here, we can click on the name. It says name and then pixel. And then we're going to look for active integrations. And I apologize. Again, this is Facebook. They're always changing the way things look. But we're going to look and we're going to find the where it says our pixel. You've probably been walked through to create it the first time you come here. But at some point, you're going to find this Install Pixel on New Website option. So you kind of poke around. You find that. If you're watching this video later, you can always Google how to find the Facebook pixel. I apologize. I wish I could show you and know 100% that it would be here as I'm showing it to you. But you'll get to a point where it says install the code manually, and then you'll grab that base code right here. So click copy code like so. So this is what we're trying to get. And once we have our Facebook pixel code copied, we can now log into BoldTrail, and we're going to follow the following steps. We're going to come to the left side where it says Web and IDX. We're going to click on that. We're then going to come into our website settings, which should be more or less the first page here, but we're going to scroll down a bit, about a third of the way down. We're scrolling on the right side here, about a third of the way down. where we see some spaces where we can install custom code. And right when we get to our custom header code right here, this section is where we're going to go ahead and paste in our meta pixel code right here. So it'll look like this. We're going to paste that in and we're going to click save. Now, once we have our pixel installed in BoldTrail, the next thing we're going to do is hop back into the Facebook dashboard and we're going to create the audience that we're going to be targeting here, our retargeting audience. Coming back over into the dashboard, we click on the left side here again. We get our menu to fly out here. And you should see an option for audiences. In this case, it's right up here up at the top, but you're looking for audiences. So I'm gonna click on that, and then we're gonna create an audience. So Facebook gives you lots of options here. We're gonna choose custom audience, and then they give you a bunch of options for sources. And in this video, we're keeping it simple. You have all these different options. You can learn more about these later, but we're just retargeting the people visiting our BoldTrail website. So we're gonna choose this first option called website. And then we're going to choose some rules around this. And in this case, I'm going to say, hey, give me everybody, all my website visitors who are on my website, and I want them to stay in this audience for just 3 days. So I want to show an ad to people who are on my website, and then for the next 3 days, I want them to see a quick thank you from me, giving them my contact info. This is the use case. Now keep in mind, you can get a lot fancier here. You can have an audience for the first 3 days, you can have an audience for 3 weeks, you can have one for 6 months, and then you can run ads that kind of include and exclude these different audiences. But in this case, we're going to keep it very simple, a 3-day audience here. We're just going to call it 3 days first visited website. Okay, you call it whatever you want, and then we're going to create that. Now, once that's done, we can go ahead and create our ad. So we can do it directly here right after we've created that, and we can click on the create an ad, or we can go into our ad account at any time and click the green create a new ad button, and we can run our retargeting ad. I'm going to click this green button to create, and then I'm going to have a bunch of different objectives. And really, you can use any objective you like. In this case, we're going to keep it simple, and we're just going to drive traffic right on back to our website for somebody who is on it. So I'm going to choose the traffic option right here. I'm going to click continue. I'm going to use the manual traffic option. They have these recommended settings. In my opinion, that's just Facebook trying to mess around and give the algorithm more info and costing you more money. But that's just me as the person recording this video from experience. Just do manual would be my advice if you're watching this and it looks like this to you. Just choose the manual option. We'll give our campaign a name, retargeting website 3 days. You can call it whatever you want. I'm just kind of describing what we're trying to do here. We are going to want to choose the category right here for housing. Facebook requires us to use the housing category. And then the rest of this is probably fine. We'll leave it as is. And then down at the bottom right, I'm going to click next. Now, we have a few options here. It says conversion location. I'm going to choose website. You can have people message you directly. You can have them call your phone if you want. You can do whatever you want here, but we're just doing a simple retargeting campaign to call them back to our website. Our performance goal, I like to choose maximum number of landing page views. Really, you're fine with either of these though. Facebook's just going to find people who are more likely to land back on your website with that objective. And then we're going to choose a daily budget. And I said earlier, this could be very affordable. I'm going to set this to $2 a day. And you can see down here on the right side, it'll give you the estimated results, the number of people who will come back. Just know that that's not really accurate until we choose the audience that's going to be receiving our ad. And where we do that is right here, right under custom audiences. I'm going to choose, if we click in there, you can see we have all our retargeting audiences. I'm going to choose this 3 days first visited website. And right now, it shouldn't be too many people. You see reach is now under 10, but as people visit your website, that will grow and grow and grow in that audience. So right now, not a lot of people have hit my website with the pixel installed, but then they'll start to see that and that number will get bigger and bigger. It can be 0 people right after you launch your website who've ever been to your website, but you can still create this process and know that as people visit your website, they will be added to that retargeting audience. I'm going to leave the rest of this targeting as is. Facebook actually doesn't let us change this very much because we're in real estate. They don't like demographic targeting. So we're going to leave it as is. And basically the ad is only going to show to those people who have visited your website. We're going to click next. And then for the creative side of our ad, we're going to keep this pretty simple. we're simply going to say a thank you for visiting our website, maybe show them a picture of ourselves. If you want to get more sophisticated, maybe you do a video. You can do that for sure. It's better and preferable if you say a nice welcome so they can see you and hear you. But we're just going to keep this very simple. We're going to scroll down here, manual, single image or video. We're going to add some media. So you can do a simple image or a video. You can do a picture of yourself. For example, I'm just going to throw my friend Brett right in here. Let's add back to Brett here. We'll get Brett added. Simple picture. And then the primary text can be, thanks for visiting my website recently. If you ever have any questions about buying or selling in, right? It could be your area. I'm just going to type PA for him. Call or text me anytime at, and then your number goes right there. So this is a simple formula. Really, if you put a picture of yourself, or something related to your website, your niche, or if you do a video, you really can't go wrong with creative here. Don't need to get too fancy. We're just reminding people that they were on our website, basically. And then we'll just do resume your home search as the headline, right? Or call Brett anytime. Have a little fun with this, right? I'm just giving you some suggestions for what this might look like. But basically, the bottom line is, as you can see on the right here, somebody visits your website, they leave, the doorbell rings, the kids need something, they get a ding from Facebook and they get distracted, and then tomorrow they're on Facebook again and they see you calling them back in to the website and being reminded that you exist. This is the whole idea here, and they see a simple ad like this, a simple retargeting ad. You're gonna, in the last step here, just put your website in, and at some point you're gonna go ahead and click publish to publish your ad. And just like that, we'll have completed the steps to getting a Facebook retargeting ad campaign set up. Create a Facebook ad account, install your Facebook pixel. We're going to create that audience of people who are visiting your website, and then we just ran a simple ad. So if you have any questions at all, if you're hitting your roadblocks while you're setting this up, go ahead and comment down below. We'll try to answer them and get you going in the right direction. Just know that setting up a simple retargeting ad on Facebook for your BoldTrail website makes a ton of sense for the reasons we mentioned earlier. People are distracted. They don't take action on the first visit. You can get a lot of little micro touches and build top of mind status here. It's affordable. It's not too hard to do, as you just saw. I did a quick walkthrough here, but in the next, say, half hour, you can have this all set up for yourself if you want to. It's like an insurance policy on your initial traffic efforts. And again, your competitors are doing this. If you want to stay competitive, these are the sorts of things you're going to want to invest some time and effort into learning how to do, or outsourcing to somebody who does know how to do. Anyway, this has been a video about how to set up a simple Facebook retargeting campaign with BoldTrail.